Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty consultant, and today we are going to be talking about some amazing products that I think you should pick up, or at least think about picking up during the Beautylish gift card event. So I will be doing a demo on this look that I have on my face, and then recommending other products that I think are excellent suggestions for this time. But before we get into all of that, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it. And if you are new, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad, because we'd love to have you. And let's get right into this video. So if you're new to Beautylish, let me tell you what the Beautylish gift card event is. It's a biannual event that they have going on twice a year. This is the springtime, and for every $100 that you spend, you get a $20 gift card that is going to be added to your account like a few weeks after the gift card event. So this is an amazing time to pick up some great products that you've had your eye on, knowing that you're kind of getting $20 off for every $100 that you're spending. And I love Beautylish for a plethora of reasons. Number one, I love that they carry brands that other retailers don't carry that I really do enjoy. Their shipping is always exponentially fast. They have plenty of payment options now, so you can either use, your debit card, Afterpay. They also have their own payment plan where if you want to split your payments up, you can do that. And they're just really great with their customer service. I've called their customer service before when I needed samples of foundations. They sent them to me. So it's just a phenomenal company to purchase from, and I highly recommend them. So I want to get into these products that I was so graciously sent by Beautylish. Thank you so much for being so kind and sending over these products, because there was a lot of things that I wanted to try and share with you guys. So let's get into it. First, I started off with putting on a lip balm. So I've had my eye on this Lemaire Lip Volumizer. And I'm not gonna lie, the packaging probably did it for me in wanting it a lot. I love things pink, but I really wanted to test out the formulation of it. So this is what the product looks like up close, and it has a minty, tingly feel to it. It's nothing that's overwhelming. It's nothing that's irritating or that I think would irritate sensitive skin or sensitive lips, but it does have that like peppermint kind of minty feel to it and smell to it, and it feels really nice on the lips, but it really does hydrate the lips, and I really like it. So I'm very excited to have this. I am a Lemaire fan, okay? You're gonna see more Lemaire products in here. So I first put on that lip product, then I went into the prepping of my face. So went in with the balm powder. This is the universal shade. You guys have heard me rave about this product so much. It is a staple in my makeup collection. And the foundation that I put on today, I knew it was going to be more of a dewier foundation. So I love putting on the balm powder first in my T-zone area, so I can diminish my pores, but also help to keep my skin nice and smooth and mattified when I'm wearing dewier foundations. So after I went in with the balm powder, I went in with my eyes because I wanted the balm powder to settle in. So went on with eye look. I have never tried an eyeshadow palette by Dominique Cosmetics, but this essential palette really caught my eye. It's one of those color stories that it's definitely not the most unique, but for some reason, I was drawn to it. Number one, I like that this color story is more neutral and cooler. I've used this palette twice now, and I will say I really like it. First off, I like this really nice size mirror, and right here at the bottom of the mirror, it says Beauty Inside and Out. I love the packaging. This is a very nice, sturdy plastic packaging, and it's just like sleek, simplistic, but definitely gives me luxe vibes. So for this eye look, I went in with the this like mauve matte shade here. It blended out really nicely. And while I'm talking about my eye look and the products that I use for my face, I'll also talk about brushes that I really love that you can get from Beautylish as well. So to blend out this mauve shade, I went in with the My Kit Co 1.27 brush. This is going to be a natural hair blending brush. My Kit Co brushes and Sonia G brushes and Chikuhodo brushes, absolute favorite brushes from Beautylish. You cannot go wrong with any brushes from those brands. So went in with this blender brush, and the matte shade blended out really nicely. It's a nice like solid matte formula. It's not too soft, it's also not too hard pan. It's like right there in the middle where it's gonna blend out. You're not getting like massive pigmentation right off the bat either, but you're getting good solid pigmentation. So while I was using this palette, I said, you know what, and here's that mauve shade that I use. I was like, this is gonna be a palette that will work really well for someone who is a beginner to eyeshadow, or you just like more like subtle to glam looks. Like you don't want a palette where the eyeshadow pigmentation is so heavy and so rich that you are intimidated to use it because you're just going to use too much at one time. That is not this palette, which I think makes it great for people who are new, people who want like nice subtle looks, or I have the option to glam it up when I want to. I really, really like this formulation. I used the Sonia G worker brush to initially apply the shimmer shade all over the eye. I will say the shimmer formulation definitely gave me more pickup and more impact using my finger. I did notice that. I also used this shade in another eye look, and I noticed that when I went in with my brush, especially my natural haired brushes, I had to kind of reapply to get the pigmentation that I wanted. But going in with my finger really helped me to get kind of that bling that I wanted. Or I could have sprayed my brush. I didn't want to do that, but you could do that as well. And guys, I really like this palette. I'm actually interested now in more palettes from the brand because I really, really enjoyed the color story there and then also the formulation. So after my eyes, I went in with the foundation. So the foundation that I put on, if you watched my foundation declutter, you saw my struggle with this one. So the Lemaire Fluid Foundation, I adore, okay? I purchased this like 4 years ago, and in that declutter, I was like, I really need to throw this away because the formulation is old, but I don't want to throw it away because I don't want to have to repurchase it right now. And I knew this was a foundation that if I threw it away then, I wanted to repurchase it right then and there. So thank you so much to Beautylish for sending this to me. Now I can throw away my old one. But I have the shade Amber 440. So it's got an SPF of 20 in it. It's got some really great skincare ingredients. It has like the Lemaire staple formula in it, and it gives me nice medium, I would say like solid medium coverage. This shade is not the best shade, and I will say that their shade range definitely needs some improvement, but I can make this shade work. It does have a scent to it, and it does kind of last on the skin. So if it's a fragrance that you don't like, then it might bother you because it'll last on the skin for a good while after applying it. It eventually goes away, but it does kind of linger around. But anywho, I like this foundation a lot just for how like perfecting it looks on the skin. This is like a solid everyday wear type of foundation that I wanna, you know, make my skin look a little more perfected. I wanna have a nice glow to the face. This foundation gives it to me, and I really, really enjoy it. So it may not be everybody's cup of tea. Like if you have more oily skin, I probably wouldn't say that you would love it since it is more of a dewier formula, but I really like it, and so I'm so happy to have another one of this foundation. And then after the foundation, I wanted to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I have the shade 8 Medium, and this concealer, like, I don't give it enough credit. This is a really, really beautiful concealer. So initially putting this on my face, it does seem kind of bright because it is a radiant type of concealer, but it blends out really effortlessly, and that's where it wins for me. It's a really great creamy formula that does blend, but it doesn't blend away to where you have no coverage at all. I feel like I have really good solid medium coverage under the eyes, and I really like that brightened effect that comes from the face from this concealer. I also chose to use this one because shade-wise, I knew it was gonna balance out kind of the orangey tone from the foundation that I used today. And so base-wise, like I really like the effect of this concealer. Then I went in with my tried and true Danessa Myricks Evolution Powder. So all of her products are sold at Beautylish. I wanna say almost every product that she has is sold at Beautylish. And so I use shade 01 to set the under eye and T-zone area. So y'all have heard me rave about this powder time and time again. I love this powder because it really does set my under eye area, but because the powder is so fine and so light, it doesn't pull on my wrinkles, drag, you know, accentuate my under eye wrinkles and creases, and my concealer is set, but my skin is still breathable, and also it still looks like skin after applying this powder. I would recommend this powder for all skin types, even if you have extremely dry skin or extremely oily skin. With extremely oily skin, just apply more of this powder and you can get definitely more of a mattified look. But what I typically do is I go in with a fluffy brush. This is the Goss Airbrush brush. Goss brushes are sold at Beautylish as well, but I noticed that the majority of his brushes are not on the website anymore, including this one. And I'm so sorry because this one is amazing. But I'll go in with a fluffy brush just to make sure that I don't apply too much of the powder under the eye, because I just like more for my concealer to be set, but I don't want to be like completely mattified there. And this powder is amazing. It comes in multiple shades, and it's also a translucent powder. So although you're looking at it and this powder is white, you don't see white on my face. There is no flashback with the powder, so highly recommend it. I have this powder in shade 01 and 02. After putting on my powder, Balm Contour shade medium 3. I actually just talked about this product. This is an amazing contour bronzer shade. It does have a balmy cream formula, but it does set onto the skin. You don't have to powder it. It lasts all day, and it's a really exceptional formulation. So if you're looking for a contour bronzer type of formula, you want something really easy to work with, very easy to blend into the skin, I would definitely recommend this one. After that, I went in with blush. So I haven't shown love too much to the Charlotte Tilbury matte blush wands because I've been loving on the Balm Powder Flushed products, some other blushes, but these are really good as well. Now, these are the shades Pillow Talk, and this is the shade Pink Pop. So I put Pillow Talk right along toward my temples. I added Pink Pop here, and then I just blended them both together. I wanted my blush to take on more of a cooler tone, but I still wanted it to be effective on the skin, and I really like this combination. I have all 4 of these blush wands, and formulation-wise, I think they're a great formulation. My recommendation with these is you twist the top over and you squeeze out the formula. There's always too much that comes out because you don't need a lot. So I would say you can like gently press on it so that you don't get too much on your cheeks and blend it out there. You can put it on the back of your hand and then blend it out on your hand so you don't apply too much onto the cheek. Or if you've already used it, when you go to use it again, don't open it and squeeze more. Just take what's on the actual tip and then apply that either to your face or to your hand, because that will probably be more than enough blush. But I really do like the formulation. They are more of a matte blush, but they're not dry and matte, and they really do blend nicely. So I would definitely recommend these because they are good. After that, I went in with the Vision Flush Glow. So this one that I used today is called Femme. I did receive this from the brand, but Beautylish was kind and sent over another shade called Majesty. So Majesty, I didn't put on today because my look is more cool tone, but that is Majesty. And what's great about these Vision Flush Glow products is that you can use them in multiple types of ways. So like today, I applied it on the back of my hand, blended it out with my brush, and then I applied it to the face. I would highly recommend doing it that way, because with the shade Femme especially, if I apply it to the face, for some reason it doesn't like to blend after I put it on my face. So I apply it on the back of my hand, blend it then with the brush, and then apply it, and then I get really smooth application of this shade. And I do notice that the formulation of Femme is different from the formulation of Majesty and the other Vision Flush Glow products. So depending on what shade you get, just play around with it to see what application best suits you and how the application blends best. But those are my recommendations. So with the blush and also the highlighter that I use, I went in with the Sonia G Mini Base Brush. This brush is excellent for any type of complexion product on the face. I've used this for foundation, like you saw me do today, blending out blush and highlighter. It's great for liquid products. It's such a good multi-use type of brush, so I would highly recommend this one. I want to say this came in one of her sets. And I would say for Sonia G Brushes, You can definitely purchase them individually, but I would recommend getting a set because then you can try multiples of her brushes for a really good price. So I really enjoyed this one. This is one I really like to use for either like my cream bronzer, blush, and highlighter. And then for my face, I went in with the Sonia G Classic Base Brush, which looks honestly almost identical to the mini base brush. It's just larger. But the shape of the brush is basically the same. So these are really great multi-use brushes for the face. And for my concealer, I use the Sonia G Jumbo Concealer Brush. This is really great, once again, to blend out concealer on the face or to spot conceal products that you want to blend into the skin. All right, so with these Vision Flush Glow products, you can either apply them to your face as highlighter before you put on foundation. You can apply them on top of your foundation and powdered skin. You can also mix them with a liquid blush and apply it to the skin. You can use these on your eyes and you can also use them on your lips. So these are such multi-use products. I actually have all of the shades of these Vision Flush Glow products and I highly recommend them. They are so beautiful and so versatile. So then I wanted to add a little razzle dazzle with glow because y'all know I be loving me a glow. So I went in with the Inlight Illuminators by Danessa Myricks. So the shade that I have here is called Serenity, and these products are really great for face and body. So they are powder, like finely milled powder illuminators. And what I wanted to do today was dust it all over the face. So as you can see here, if you take a small amount, you just get the prettiest sheen of glow onto the skin. So after I applied my blush and my highlighter, I took the Lemaire powder brush, which you can also get this from Beautylish, and it's amazing. Like, this brush is just, it makes me feel luxe and it looks luxe to me, and it's so fluffy. It's one of the softest brushes I own, and it's synthetic, which usually synthetic is not usually as soft as natural haired brushes. So I took what was in the cap and just swirled my brush in the cap to make sure like the powder was spread evenly across it, and literally just went like this. And this glow that you see is coming from that. It is so beautiful, but because the powders are so finely milled, it doesn't look like I have like stark highlighter all over my face. I also put it like right here across my chest since my shoulder's out, and it's just a beautiful powder. It comes in like 5 or 6 different shades, different tones, and these are great. Okay, so after that, went in with my setting spray. I went in with the setting spray. This is the Dewy Forever Mist. It says it's dewy just because it's formulated with hyaluronic acid, but it's not dewy like you're gonna have like an oily glow. I also love her Forever Set It Mist, just the regular one. So either one I would recommend. Now let's get into some other products that I didn't apply on my face, but that I highly recommend you check out. So for my eyes, I forgot to mention the rest of the brushes that I use for my eyes, but I did go in with Sonia G's Worker Brush. This is what I use to apply the shimmer shades. To apply the deeper shades of my eyes, I went in with the My Kitco 1.14 brush. I love how small and detailed it is. And for the lower lash line, I went in with the My Kitco 1.20 brush. And then for the inner corner, I went in with the My Kitco 1.1 brush. So those are the brushes that I used for my eyes. And like I said, I recommend any brush from Sonia G, Chikuhodo, and My Kitco. I have a plethora, like Sonia G and Chikuhodo's in here, right? Yep. Those are the two that are in here. And then from My Kitco, I mean, I've got face brushes from them. I'll quickly hold up the ones that I have that I can pull out real quick. These are the ones that I have for the face. I mean, they're amazing. With My Kitco, their brushes are either synthetic or natural hair, and then Chikuhodo and Sonia G, they're all natural haired brushes. Alrighty, now I did request an additional brush from My Kitco, so I wanted a really fine detailing brush. So Beautylish sent me the 1.22 brush, And this is the My Feliner. So I want to use this brush to apply like liquid liner. If I ever get up the guts to like design anything on my eyes or my face, this would be the brush that I would use it for. And then I saw that RMS Beauty came out with blushes and I was like, they look so pretty. So the two shades that I requested was Pomegranate Fizz. This is what Pomegranate Fizz looks like. And I didn't use them on the face because my look that I wanted is more cool tone, but I will swatch these for you. So that's Pomegranate Fizz. The formulation feels really, really smooth. And it's got like a nice sheen to it, but no shimmer particles in it. The second shade that I requested is Maiden's Blush. And this is what Maiden's Blush looks like. This is a swatch of it as well. So I'm very excited to use these two blushes here and see what they look like on the skin. They're so silky smooth. Ooh, I'm excited about these. Then if you know, I'm obsessed with Colorfix. I'm on a mission to collect all of them. So I did request more Colorfix products. So here are the Colorfix shades that I requested from Beautylish. So we have Blossom here. This is the foil formula. Yes, a foil formula. Then we have Rustic. This is a matte formula. Milky Way is also a foil formula. Then we have Chosen. Chosen is a matte formula. And then lastly, Creme Brulee, which is a matte formula. So loving these tones here. Cannot wait to use them. Colorfix, I'm telling you, if there is a bit of a learning curve, because there is a little bit of a learning curve, just give them a try. I've made a few videos showing how I use it, tips and tricks. I actually created a look recently with all Colorfix, and I'll link that for you so you can get a feel for how to use them. But I love them. Just in case you didn't know how much I love them, let me show you my little collection. I have all of the nude shades, there are 12 of them. Then we go on to my matte. I tried to put them in order of formula. So we get into the matte shades. I have some neon shades, some cream shades. Not done. More cream shades, foil shades, glaze shades, which are her glossy shades. And more of the glaze shades here. And there's the rest of my collection. So I will be happy to add to that. I love Colorfix. I just think they are the best thing ever. And it's interesting because when I use Colorfix, I really don't have a desire to pick up eyeshadow palettes because I'm like, I can get whatever look I want from Colorfix, mix them all together, and like just be as creative as I want to be. But Colorfix is also great for those one and done types of looks. So like this shade called Creme Brulee, this would be like a one and done shade for me. Put it all over the eye, blend it out, and then be out the door. They last all day. Once they set, they do not budge. So these products are amazing and I love them. Highly recommend them. Okay, after that, I wanted to request a couple of body products. Okay, this joker right here, I've had my eye on for so long. And I was like, do I dare? Do I dare? And I dared. I told you I love Lemaire. This is the Lemaire, the body cream. This is phenomenal. And I know she's not cheap. It smells so good. So it smells like traditional, good old Lemaire products. And it's so weighted and heavy. I mean, everything about this screams luxe and makes me feel like I've arrived. And I really do enjoy the actual moisturization from the product. So I'm gonna apply it on the back of this hand. It's not an overly thick formula at all, so it does blend into the skin quite nicely and quickly. And it leaves my skin just nice and hydrated. I love the scent, like I've always loved the scent, so the scent is really good. And my husband actually complimented me on the scent, and he usually doesn't compliment me on scents too much. Like, he likes fragrance, but he's not one of those types of guys that's like, oh my God, what is that? But when I walked out the bathroom, he was like, ooh, that smells good. And I was like, I know. So I really enjoy it. Like I said, I was gifted that from Beautylish, but that is a splurge that I will be making when I run out because it is giving me everything that I assumed it would give me. And I love it. I also requested Sol de Janeiro's. This is the Beja Flor Elasti Cream. I've had this 2 or 3 times and I really, really love it. So this one is going to be enriched with retinol retinol mimicking cacao oil and plant collagen. So this particular cream is going to help to tighten the skin as well as moisturize the skin and like reduce aging on your skin. So it smells really, really good. I can open it. Here we go. Oh, this smells great. And if you mix this with Burberry Her, Andrea Renee told us to do that, and I said, Andrea, you did not steer me wrong. That's a beautiful combination. But it smells divine. So really happy to have this because I ran out of it a little while ago. So happy to have that. And then lastly, because y'all know I'm a fragrance gal. I love me some fragrance. Tom Ford Electric Cherry. Yes, I was about to say Electric Pix, Electric Cherry. I have had my eye on this one for a hot minute. I have Lost Cherry by Tom Ford and I love it. It's very warm and sensual, vanilla, like great for that like cooler, cold weather. So Electric Cherry, I was intrigued by, and you guys, this is like Lost Cherry for springtime. It smells so good, and it's got a sort of similar scent to it that reminds me a bit of Lost Cherry, but like I say, it's a little lighter. I would say this is also falling along the lines of like a gourmand type of fragrance. And it, like, I've been wearing this the past week. I smell great. Let me just say that. I smell great. This is really, really good. So now I want to get the other one. I forgot what the other one was called. It's something cherry. I want to get that one. I have my eye on that one because I'm like, if this is like springtime, daytime, this could also be worn at night. I would wear this at night, but I definitely have been wearing it during the day. I'm like, I wonder if the other one is more like nighttime appropriate because I think it has more of some smoky notes, but you can get both at Beautylish. So happy to have that one. And then some very quick last recommendations that I want to call out to you. I love Shanta Kai skincare. So the skincare that I would recommend from the brand would be their rice and geranium foaming cleanser wash. I've had a few of these. Really cleanses the skin, gently exfoliates the skin, and you can use it day and night. It won't irritate your skin. Also, the two masks that I love by Shanta Kai are the Biolifting Face Mask and the Gold Recovery Mask. Both of them are great. Highly recommend them both. And then lastly, some newer products to me, but I cannot put them down. The 24 karat gold energizing eye cream. It took my breath away. I love the Lemaire Eye Concentrate. Still use that, still love it. But let me tell you, I've had to put Lemaire to the side a bit because this Shanta Kai Gold Eye Cream is so good. Like, it really does plump and fill my finalizing wrinkles. So I feel like, you know, they are diminished. And I like that the formula is a little thicker. So I feel like it kind of stays in place a little longer. It doesn't dissolve too quickly into the skin. And then I really have been enjoying this Shanta Kai 24 karat gold firming moisturizer. I've been using this morning and night and it is great. So those are just some quick skincare products that I would recommend that you can pick up from Beautylish. And guys, I think that's it. I didn't want this video to be too long, but I know that it is. But there's so many other amazing products that you can pick up from Beautylish. I would just say peruse their website if you haven't already done so. But this is a great time to like get more bang for your buck. Of course, the more you spend, the more you'll get in a gift card. So I'll have links down to all of these products that I've talked about. If you have questions about anything that I didn't get to answer in this video, leave it down in the comment section below, and also comment what you plan on picking up during the Beautylish gift card event. So thank you once again to Beautylish for sending me these amazing products. I'm so thankful for your generosity. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you've made it to this point of the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.